Greetings to my fellow spellers and typers. Salutations to our families and allies. We have gathered today for an awesome celebration, and I have the honor of introducing my friends, Dana Johnson and Dawn Marie Gavin. I am Elizabeth Bonker, Executive Director of Communication for All, and you are hearing my voice with text-to-speech software. I met Dana and Dawn Marie many years ago, and for the past year we have worked together on a number of projects, including starting spelling programs in schools. DM and Dana live the motto, "No speller left behind." Our first large school district initially identified only 4 non-speaking students, but by the time DM and Dana finished training the staff, they found 4 more students. That's who they are. No speller left behind. And that story tells you almost everything you need to know about DM and Dana. Every one of us matter to them. They see our souls, struggling to be free. This is not easy work. God knows, we struggle to calm our bodies and hit those letters. But this isn't work for them. It is a calling. A calling to serve others who the world has forgotten. Dana and Dawn Marie haven't forgotten us. They lift us up for the world to see our light shine. For their belief in us, for their patience and determination to set our souls free, we are eternally grateful. And now, I am thrilled to give you our dear friends and fierce advocates, Dana and Dawn Marie.
Wow, Elizabeth, thank you so much for that incredible introduction. Dawn Marie and I hadn't heard that before. Elizabeth specifically wanted to share that with us. Well, we're sharing it with you. So I was sitting here listening, and Elizabeth, you are such a trailblazer for communication access and continue to forge a trail for non-speakers and unreliable speakers with your work. DM and I have been so thrilled to collaborate with you with Communication for All, and we look forward to all of your and our future endeavors together as well.
And to everybody who's joining us live in Tampa or here in San Diego or on Zoom from home, welcome. This is the moment that we have all been waiting for, the big announcement celebration. Now, I'm sure my mom is watching from home. Hi, Mom. And she'll be the first to tell you that growing up, I was not one for secrets. I was caught many times snooping for Christmas gifts. So this was really hard for me, even though I know what we're about to debut. It's been really hard as we've been teasing you through social media. So thank you all for patiently waiting for today. And thanks for being here with us. We hope you find it's been worth the wait.
So just a little backstory. Over the past 2 years, DM and I have dedicated our partnership to breaking down barriers and forging new paths so that the world can know the greatness of every non-speaker.
Yes, and despite all of our hours collaborating in developing the first online CRP training program, creating all the modules and the in-person immersion programs, we recognize that the work has started to take on a life of its own. We are, as Elizabeth said, just here filling the roles, the calling that this movement has assigned to us. But that's enough of a hint about what's to come in this big reveal. I want to now turn the mic over to Laura Sylvester at Mission Control. Laura is a dear friend and also the mom of Elliot, a speller here at Transcending Apraxia. And she is the genius behind all that amazing social media that you have been watching and hopefully reading. She planned every detail of tonight's event as well. She's been instrumental behind the scenes. She's also been contributing her expertise in the nonprofit area. So you'll hear more about that later. And these efforts that she's collaborating with our spellers so they can determine their own lives, their own futures for their autonomous adult lives. She's been huge in the Ohana projects, but we'll talk about that as the night goes on. So Laura, Dana, and I are so very grateful for you, as is the San Diego community specifically. And with that, take it away, Maestro.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Let me take care of business here real quick. As I'm mission control, so talking and doing mission control gets me. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to talk about the business of tonight. Everybody knows I like logistics. Okay, you are on a Zoom webinar, and webinars are a little bit different than meetings. So we're going to go over a couple things. This Zoom webinar will last about 50 to 60 minutes, and we encourage you to stay till the end because we have 2 amazing giveaways at the end of the night, and everybody that RSVP'd will be entered into the drawing to win. So stay with us the whole time. I just want to say that how grateful I am to Dawn Marie and Dana for allowing Rick and Elliot and I to be along on this journey with you. It's been incredible, and we are so honored to be able to contribute to something that is so important, and inspired by spellers like Elliot and for spellers that are yet to become spellers. So thank you for all you do, and thank you for allowing us to be a little part of it. And now we're going to check in on the festivities in San Diego. Awesome. It's so fun. I saw Elliot and Rick. Hi, guys. All right, we're going to move on to the Tampa group. See you guys. Awesome. So fun.
Okay, so for those of you who RSVP'd to this celebration, you notice we asked for guesses about the big announcement and what that was going to be. So we received many clever responses and thought that we'd share just a few with you. So you have them here on the screen. So I'll read through them. You have joined forces with Elon and Ken and will be launching into outer space in the first ambitious project of purposeful motor in zero gravity. That was very original. You're opening a school for non-speakers. You can only dream. We did get a couple of those, not just one. And that's already happened here in Tampa, so it would be San Diego. You are revealing the dates and details for the 2023 Empower to Connect conference. Okay. Everyone gets a vacay to the Maldives. Interesting. All right, so to keep everyone involved in the fun, all of you at home will have the opportunity to participate as well throughout the Zoom. So we have set up a few polls, and you'll see one here that pops up on your screen, and everybody can take part just so then we know who is with us and where you're joining from. And then right after, we'll get to see the details. Okay, so the results show that 43% are from the Pacific region. We have a few from the Southwest region, Midwest, yes, 22% Southeast, Canada, 8%, woohoo, that is awesome, way to go Canada. And what's your connection to spelled communication? So it looks like we have 24% spellers. You love a speller, 52%. Yes. And Laura, just mission control. I have a question.
Yeah.
Can everybody see these? just so, because I see them on my screen. I want to make sure that
Yes.
everybody sees them. Okay, great.
Yes.
I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Fantastic.
I love a speller is the winner. Love it.
Yay.
Love it.
Okay. I know my camera will turn on. Here we go. So everyone, I now have the extreme pleasure of introducing you to two incredible people, my friends, Jamie and JB Handley. Now, by now, most of you have heard their names, right? And it goes without saying that they are two powerhouses that are here to make a difference in the world of autism. These guys found Spelling to Communicate in December 2019, and the very next month, they started flying down to San Diego to see me for sessions. And the rest, as they say, is history. In a relatively short amount of time, due mostly to the incredible amount of hours that they put into practicing, Jamie became fluent, which means he was able to type or spell rather openly his thoughts and feelings to his family. Shortly thereafter, desiring simply to spread the message to other families about the possibility of communication for non-speakers, they wrote and published their story in a book called Underestimated. If you haven't read it, please get a copy. I guarantee that you will not be disappointed. So now I'm going to pass the mic to JB and Jamie, who are here, who can tell you what has transpired since the book was published, and they'll share some exciting news about what is happening now. Take it away.
Oh, thank you guys so much. We're really honored to be here. I'm speaking more on behalf of Jamie than I would like to, only because we didn't prepare words for him. But as you guys can see, he's right here with me. You know, first of all, I would just like to express gratitude. We just appreciate so much everybody who's on this call, who's played a role in allowing Jamie to ascend the way that he has, communication-wise. Jamie's knee-deep in online high school. He uses Excellis Academy, which he loves. For those who might be curious, these days, Jamie actually spells most of the time with one hand on this keyboard, and that's Proloquo right there. Oops, right there. And this is all we use at home now. He often does one hand, sometimes does two, but that's what we're down to. When we're in an event like this, where it's a little bit more stressful for him, we mount the keyboard, right? And it just sits right in front of him. So I don't hold anything anymore, and Jamie just kind of does his own spelling. You want to say, oh, you want to say something? Mm-hmm. 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 Go ahead. Mm-hmm. 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 Go ahead. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Get there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, mm-hmm. Go ahead. And then get there. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. And then, yep. And then, uh-huh.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
So he said, yes, I'm happy to be here. And we're both thrilled to be here. You know, when we were writing the book, I can still remember because we were actually sitting right here. Jamie said, I think we need to do a documentary too. And so those were the seeds that were planted for kind of our next endeavor to get the word out. We've been working on a film called Spellers for almost 3 years. Not quite 3, but almost 3. The first thing that Jamie said to me was, do not want this to be a movie about me. I want all my friends involved. And so there are actually 8 featured spellers in the movie, and even more who have little cameo appearances. None of this would have been possible if DM didn't let us into her life as a CRP. So I'm forever grateful. This movie wouldn't exist without you, DM. And I believe we are going to share the trailer that debuted yesterday or the day before. I just looked, and the mini trailer on Instagram has had over 470,000 views. So that's a pretty cool way to start, 470,000.
Incredible.
And we're going to watch the 90-second version of the trailer right now.
All right, here we go.
There's never any doubt in my mind when someone walks into my room that they can and will spell for me, that they can and do want to learn. I'm I'm gonna teach you how to do something new, totally new, which may feel a little bit weird at first.
Autism can take you as a parent to a really dark place. The future is really, really scary.
We had no real reliable form of communication. We had to just basically guess for 20 years.
I lost hope that I would ever be enough for them.
Are all the parents fools? Are we trying to live wishful thinking? No. I mean, what's anybody going to gain by this?
There should be research, academic literature, focused strictly, specifically on this area to help promote it.
We should have all been presuming competence in our kids, and we should have been encouraging them, telling them we knew that they were in there. It's time to shift that whole paradigm.
There are 31 million non-speakers with autism in the world who are locked in a silent cage. My life will be dedicated to relieving them from suffering in silence and to giving them voices to choose their own way.
Should schools choose to really work with a student's strong suit, autistics will become tomorrow's innovators and leaders. The average autistic child can read and do math by age 4, but can't show it? Imagine the difference we can make in the world if taught how we learn.
Great.
It's fun,
JB?
to see that. Yeah.
JB, would you like to talk about the screening a little bit so people know how they can get involved?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So firstly, the movie is a full-length documentary, and we were recently accepted to the Phoenix Film Festival. So our world premiere will be on March 31st. And then there's another screening on April 1st and another screening on April 2nd. So 3 screenings. It's the final 3 days of the festival. I really hope every single person on this call can come to Arizona. And we're really going to try to overload the festival with our people so that everywhere you look, all you see is Speller families for the 3 days that our film is being featured. So that's a big upcoming event, and there will be a lot more information and ticketing and everything else that we'll make available as soon as we know, but we know the dates right now for sure. And then on April 30th, on that weekend, we're going to have a private screening event. It's a little more low key. We're looking for people who really want to throw like their own Spellers party. So sort of like a movie where you can invite your community. You could do it in a movie theater. You could do it in a church. You could do it in a library. You could do it in a backyard. We have a lot of different technologies that we're going to allow people to see it in different ways. If you want to be an actual party host, the easiest thing to do is to go to our website, which is spellersthemovie.com, all one word, Spellersthemovie. And you'll see a link for screeners, and you input your information there and provide any comments. And then, we already have over 200 volunteers to be screeners on that day. So a lot of new families are going to see the movie all at once. And we really do have a singular goal with the movie, which is for as many families of non-speakers as possible to see the film. As you guys all know, our non-speakers, they can't do this by themselves. They need help. They need help to get out of their silent prison, and their families or their caregivers, the only way that's going to happen. I think the movie converts people in their seat. And so for any doubters, anyone who doesn't understand what's going on, they will absolutely understand it after they see the film. Do you want to say anything else? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. 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 Go ahead. Mm-hmm. You got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Get there. Yeah. And then. You got it. Eyes up, eyes up. Mm-hmm. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead. And then go ahead. Yeah. And then get it. Go ahead. Get there. Yeah. And You're doing great. Yeah. There you go.
That better be spellers in Arizona.
Jamie said that better be spellers in Arizona. So there's his call to action for all of you to hopefully show up.
We'll be there. We will be there. Jamie, I cannot wait for the whole world to see this. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here. And thanks for making the doc, because I think you're right. And once families see this, there's no way that they cannot bring their non-speaking loved one to a practitioner to get started. I know to date, nothing has been more powerful than the book that you wrote in bringing in all sorts, thousands of non-speakers. And I think after the screenings, like those private screenings, we're going to hit a tipping point, where spelling and typing becomes accessible to all non-speakers across all settings. All right. So to further this story a little bit, one day this past fall, so about 2.5 years since the first time we started filming the documentary, JB and I started to have a bit of a conversation. And I'm not sure if it was at my clinic or if we were watching Evan and Jamie hang out in a hot tub somewhere, as they do when Jamie comes to town to visit. But it was a philosophical conversation. And JB looked at me and said, DM, what is spellers? And so friends, that question that we pondered became more clear and more clear the longer we pondered it. And that's sort of what you're here to learn. But let's see what you think before we actually tell you. We're going to do a poll. Okay. You like that, Jamie? You're going to do a poll. So there's 4 questions on this one. The first is, what is or are spellers? You can answer multiple choices, by the way. The second, who started Interplay? Oh, sorry, who appeared in the movie trailer? The third, who started Interplay Therapy Center? And the fourth is, who started Transcending Apraxia? All right, and the results are in, which you should see on your screen. What is spellers? The biggest answer is a revolution. And who appeared in the movie trailer? Everybody knew Jamie and Elizabeth Bonker. Some people saw JB Walton, Sting and Honey. Who started Interplay Therapy Center? Yes, that's correct. Dana Johnson, 91% of the votes. And Dawn Marie, I started Transcending Apraxia, although Mary Tyler Moore would have been cool. All right, thanks for participating, everyone. I love all your guesses. So now we are going to start filling you in on what's happening. Enough with the teasing.
This is Dawn Marie.
Hi.
She started Transcending Apraxia in 2017, and she's helping lots of families. This is Dana.
Hi.
She started Interplay Therapy Center in 2010, and she's also helping lots of families. One day, they had an idea. Let's join forces! And Empowered 2 was born. They assembled an amazing team.
Hello!
And together, they're helping even more non-speakers learn to spell with the help of intentional movement and ocular motor accommodations. They're even teaching parents and schools how to use their innovative program. More and more and more families are joining every day. With all of this going on, we all need more direction.
I got an idea.
Let's create one united organization, providing everything spellers need to grow and thrive. And then, all of us together will become an undeniable force for change.
Okay, everybody, welcome. That's a little bit of an explanation of what's been going on. Over the years, my boys, and I'm sure your family members, your loved ones with autism, have been given a lot of labels to describe them. Some of those labels give them a sense of belonging and pride, but many, if not most, have been deficit-driven or ableist in terms that they're not very self-esteem building, needing intervention, needing therapy, needing help, needing to be fixed, all of those things. Today, donning the simple name of speller, Evan, Trey, and all of their peers can feel pride in their identity as a non-speaker, a minimal speaker, or an unreliable speaker, someone who uses spelling or typing for communication. These Army members can be proud to call themselves among the ranks of spellers. Now, the world has been calling out for someone to help organize all our efforts into an inclusive and cohesive force. Because remember, a house divided against itself cannot stand. We have to start working together. I often think of that great quote by Margaret Mead, where she said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Only we, the collective we, are not a small group. We just need to come together as one force. We at Spellers are answering that call to help guide those collective efforts. But more on that in a minute. I want to first give a shout out, a giant shout out to Laura and Rick Sylvester. They are the geniuses behind our house of brands and logo design. They've captured graphically what we embody physically in this movement. So I did want to spend a brief second walking you through the logo and what you see. First, you might notice that the S and the P are kind of boxed in, right? Much like a non-speaker who's before gaining access to reliable communication. The shape is also reminiscent of a stencil letter, right? Whereas where all spellers method or typing and spelling communication methods, they start usually on the stencil boards. Next, you probably noticed the color gradient, moving from darkness to light, which was brilliantly animated in our stick figure little video a minute ago by Jamie Spencer. Thank you, Jamie, for your work on that. This concept illustrates our non-speakers moving from their years of silence, the darkness, to the light and the freedom that comes with autonomous communication. Also, like the left side representing the stencil letters, the right side represents laminate letters, or even the sound of each letter being typed on a keyboard and spoken through a voice output app. So from darkness to light, from locked inside to freedom, we are spellers, and spellers are writing a new chapter in human history. I want to say it's been an honor to be a part of this amazing community. Everything that comes next is because of your fierce love and tenacity for making things better. So we're here to share with you this new adventure of what Spellers is, and we're inviting you to claim your role in the awesomeness unfolding. So without further ado, Spellers is the social movement. Okay, the history of civil rights. In 1975, I'm not sure people realize, it was only 1975 when people with disabilities were first allowed access to being in public schools through the Handicapped Children for All Act. That's not that long ago in the scheme of things. And it wasn't until 1990 that ADA was passed, bringing access. That was only 33 years ago. So we know when it comes to spelling methods, there are critics out there. There are skeptics. Experts in our fields have been painstakingly battling them head on in debates for 30 plus years, defending all methods of typing and spelling. But this small and loud group of skeptics refuse to budge. I actually just attended an online forum the past 2 Thursday nights, as did probably several people who are attending tonight's webinar. They don't believe in typers and spellers, but they're not open to hearing what we have to say. They're not open to the evidence that we've been presenting. So in this spellers revolution, we think there's another way to move the needle forward. We're going to stop trying to convert the skeptics. Let's just outnumber them, like by the millions. So through our work, we want to create an army of spellers, literally so many fluent typers and spellers that the world simply cannot ignore them anymore. So working together, we can flood our school districts, our communities, our higher education institutions, so that the next wave of civil rights for this marginalized portion of our community can come to fruition, that they'll gain access to everything that they are entitled to as equal human beings on this earth. This is our calling, this is our passion, and this is what spellers deserve. Spellers is
a method. So Spellers method combines research and expertise from the fields of assistive technology, developmental optometry, and occupational therapy. To guide each student's unique path to spelling fluency from their very first spelling session through to their attainment of autonomous communication skills. And that is typing without a communication partner needed, like Jamie just did. Speller's method has its roots in the principles of S2C, but has evolved and is also included individualized interventions that help spellers and typers reach autonomy. Independent typing for non-speakers is possible and is helping right now through our collaborative, research-informed approach to spelled communication. For every speller who achieves independent typing, they validate the communication of another speller with more complex motor challenges. Someone who might not advance past a held 26 letterboard will be believed, since the independent typers started out that way too. Every speller can make a difference in this social movement for another speller yet to come. Spellers is
a movie. It's an 83-minute film that documents the stories of Aiden, Evan, Jamie, Cade, Sid, Maddie, Vince, and Elizabeth, and that will forever change the world, the way that the world views non-speaking autistics. The world needs to hear these stories and see their greatness. Spellers is
a place. Every worthwhile movement needs a place to gather, its own independence hall. And for us, we're going to start with 3. As you may have guessed already, we are renaming the clinics you already know and love. Transcending Apraxia is now Spellers Center San Diego. Interplay Therapy Center is now Spellers Center Tampa. And we want to let you know that we will be adding Spellers Center Minnesota coming later this spring, so keep your eye out for that. What this means is that in each of these time zones, essentially from coast to coast, you will find expertly trained practitioners who understand you and your speller, and they can give you the tools you need to achieve your communication goals. So we're really excited to see you at a Speller Center soon. And Spellers is
Connections. This June, the 16th and 17th in Minneapolis, we are hosting our 2nd annual Spellers Conference this year, and presentations will mostly be by non-speakers themselves. If you're interested in uniting your voice with your fellow speakers, there will be information later on how to submit a proposal. You can join the movement by using your voice. All spellers, parents, and CRPs can connect on Spellers Community Facebook page, which is moderated several times a week by speller method practitioners. So my son, Cade, who is a speller, and this changed his life, and this is 100% my mission because of my son, Cade, wanted to say something via iPad. Okay, honey, you want to hit that?
A voice. Spellers is also launching the Spellers Revolution podcast, a place to amplify the voices of we non-speakers along with allies and advocates who support our mission. It is also my pleasure to mention that my good friend Elizabeth Bonker has agreed to host this podcast once a month for Spellers Revolution.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Spellers is the future. In just a few weeks, Spellers University, an online learning platform, will be available. You'll get video recorded subject matter experts answering the questions you've been asking. These online asynchronous learning courses are designed in advance for your own practice and provide a critical references to you and your team. Knowledge is power, and these resources will give you helpful tools to support you as part of the movement that's underway. Here's our first critically important class.
So the first course that's going to launch in Spellers University is Beyond the Boards, the ABCs of advocating for your speller in a public school setting. I'm so excited for this course because I am a trained special education advocate, but more importantly, I'm mom to a fine young man who's been spelling for 6 years. One of the first questions new spelling families ask is, how do I get this at school? And schools are usually going to say no for all sorts of reasons, but none of their reasons mean your speller should be denied their rights. In the course, I'm going to teach you what steps to take, what common mistakes to avoid, and how to build a speller-friendly IEP from day one. You're already your speller's best advocate. These tools are going to strengthen your case at the IEP table and throughout the school setting. And Spellers is
a charity. All revolutions require resources. Until schools everywhere are offering spelling to communicate as part of their assistive technology services, the burden, unfortunately, will fall solely on the families and caregivers of non-speakers. So in our reorganization under the new Spellers brand, we have merged our San Diego charity known as Ohana Consortium with the Spellers Freedom Foundation, which is another 501c3 originally founded by the Handley family, so that we can offer even greater support to families seeking financial assistance. But more than that, Spellers Freedom Foundation's board of directors will be predominantly spellers themselves. The founding board includes Jamie Handley, Caden Larson, and Elliot Sylvester. At their next board meeting, they will be nominating at least 4 additional spellers to join their ranks. This group of self-advocates is committed to providing every non-speaker with access to communication through scholarships, school trainings, community building, and advocacy. Also, our first adult day program for spellers aged 22 plus, called Ohana Days, will be launching this year in San Diego under the nonprofit's direction. As part of its mission, this flagship program will be rooted in the principles of presuming competence and communication access. Stay tuned for future updates as we navigate the process of becoming licensed in the state of California, and then spread this model through our other centers and beyond.
All right, let's check in with the San Diego party and see how they're feeling about this announcement. Woohoo! All right, let's check in with Tampa. Woohoo! Who wants to take a picture in front of that? Hooray! All right.
They're lining up already for photos.
Awesome.
Right? Look at that. Awesome.
And if you come to the conference in June, you will see that backdrop again and get your chance to take your photo in front of it. Now next, although she couldn't be here today, I wanted to take a brief moment to thank an incredible woman who's been with me and Dana since we first formed Empowered 2. Her name is Erin Murray. Dana and I knew that we wanted to create a business together that was really firmly rooted in our shared values, right? And we wanted to tell our company's brand story from our hearts. And so through Erin's expert process, she owns Lady Moxie Designs. We achieved that goal and then some. As she helped us form the website for Empowered 2, for Ohana Consortium, and now for Spellers. And that allows us to tell our story to the world. We know that we are not the voices of spellers. We are here to amplify their voices. And Erin worked tirelessly to make that the voice of our brand. So her marketing and website design acumen is only trumped by her patience and genuine passion for helping our mission and this movement advance. So we've been really lucky to work with her. She couldn't, unfortunately, she couldn't be here tonight. She was going to launch the website live for us, but we luckily have Ms. Laura Sylvester at Mission Control, who also played a role in our website design, who can take us through just a couple of key pages and show you some important features of spellers.com. Take it away, Laura.
Sorry you couldn't be here, Erin. I know you'll watch this recording and be excited. One of the things we're going to do, guys, is once I've showed you the website, then we are going to publish it. See that blue button down there at the bottom? We're going to hit publish together. So here is the Spellers website. Hey, Dawn Marie, can you stop your camera? I can't figure out how to do it in this view. Thank you. Here is our beautiful Spellers website. It's time to set your voice free, empowering an army of spellers who are free to communicate and live autonomously. Danny Whitty, thanks for being on the front page. It has amazing information, amazing section, and I want to point out here the section on the homepage called an army of spellers. It is our goal to get 100 spellers on this page. If you click on, I'll pick Elliot. If you click on the speller, they will share words of encouragement or some information about their journey. And it's just a great feature. So, and we want all the non-speakers on here. So please use the contact us form over here that see it blinking over here up at the right. Use that contact us form and send us some words of encouragement or a little about your journey and a photo, and we will get you on the homepage. Again, our goal is 100 spellers, so let's make that happen. What you'll see here in the menu bar is Spellers Method that Dana talked about earlier. Spellers Center, this is where you'll find the information about the 3 locations, as well as additional trained practitioners and how to become a Spellers Method trained practitioner. Join the Movement is where we're going to end, so I'll skip it. Connection, this is how you can connect, and the annual conference. The annual conference, we need spellers to speak and present. So please come to the Spellers website, go to the annual conference and enter a proposal to speak at the conference. Like Transcending Apraxia and Interplay had great resources for you. They are all here. The workout videos, I know from my own use and Elliot's use, we use those workout videos all the time. So they are now here. But the page we're going to concentrate on right now is Join the Movement, because everybody that's here has a passion for this movement. And so this is what we really want to drive home, is how you can join the movement. So you'll see on the page that there's a list. You can host a screening of the Spellers movie. You can submit a proposal to speak at the Spellers conference. You can visit Spellers Freedom Foundation to make a donation to support our mission. You can share your story on the Spellers Revolution podcast. And my favorite section, you can amplify the movement by sharing on social media. So these here are downloadable and shareable images, and it explains here how to do it. And then right here, there's also a media toolkit. So please, please look at the website, go over the way you can join the movement. And without further ado, I'm going to count down and publish this baby. All right, count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Publish your site.
Okay, every revolution requires resources, and some of the best resources are swag. My hat, my shirt, and here tonight we have live from Atlanta, Georgia, are the Griffins. Keio and Jackie are the parents of Keio Jr., Koa, and Hoku. Keio Jr. is a speller, and he and his family are here tonight to model our new Spellers t-shirts and hoodies. This epic design features our new logo along with a call to action. Let the revolution begin. There it is. Woohoo! Thank you, guys. And the puppy too. So great.
You guys look awesome.
Yay, the letterboard. I love it.
Nice work. Thank you.
Thank you, Griffins. All right, so next we're going to zoom back to San Diego, where we join the Sessions family. So Spencer and Monica are the proud parents of 3 young men, Sterling, Oliver, and James. Sterling and Oliver are both spellers, and they're all coming to you live to model our new Spellers hat, which Dana had on actually too. Take it away, Spellers family. There you go. Or lean in. Lean in.
It's flipping up.
Thank you.
All right. So next, we're going to go up the coast to California and go now to the Eng family live from San Francisco East Bay. Roger and Carol Eng have 4 boys, 2 of whom are spellers. JT and Dex are the Eng typers. Nick and Scotty are their amazing brothers. They are here to demo our new Spellers monogram laminate boards in our custom color palette. There's JT and Dex. Hey guys, you got to bring it right up close to the
camera. Yeah, come right up to the camera. There you go.
I do like the background though. You see them, huh?
Zoom on zoom. There you go, JT, raise it up.
Hi, JT. Good job, you guys.
They're invisible.
I can't see because of your.
Yay! Yay! Let's see them.
That's it. Come here, show it. And then the back side too.
Dex.
Hey.
Dex.
Yay!
Yeah.
JT, I love your shirt as well. Look at all those colors, everybody.
High five.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Now, all revolutionaries need compelling tools to rally the movement. In lieu of muskets, pitchforks, and cannons, we're going to go with sweatshirts, t-shirts, laminate boards, stickers, and hats. They are available at each Spellers location here tonight, so make sure to pick up some of this amazing gear. For those of you online, you can head to our store immediately after we sign off and purchase yours as well. The Spellers store is now open.
Okay. And next, we are going to do poll number 3. The questions are going to be, what's your favorite thing about the big announcement celebration? The second is, what's your favorite thing about the Spellers logo? The questions are on your screen now. Okay, results are in. Let's see what the winner is. The favorite thing, the winner is, I like that we are empowering an army of spellers to live a life of autonomy and purpose, but there are a lot of other good second place runner-ups. What's your favorite thing about the Spellers logo? It represents breaking free from darkness into light.
Okay, now we get to do our giveaway. So going back to the East Coast in Atlanta, Georgia area, we have the Tanner family. Gavin Tanner is a speller and is supported by his family, including his grandma Gail, who's an advocate for spellers and has also made it her mission to ensure that all non-speakers and underlappers have access to communication.
Yeah.
There they are. Hey guys. We're grateful that Gail is also a Spellers Freedom Foundation board member. Now, Gavin is here today to announce the winner of our giveaway basket. So we'll send it to the wheel first to see.
We showed the basket? Yes. All right.
Where's the basket?
Okay, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel.
Yeah. And the end will be done. You're fine. We'll do this one.
Our first winner.
Cheryl Swartz.
Thanks. Awesome, Gavin. Thank you. Cheryl, we'll reach out to you with your for your address. And now we're going to do our second winner.
Yeah.
Spinning it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We can just say the first name, Gavin.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was so great. Good to see you. Thanks, Gavin.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we done?
Cut this out.
Oh, that was amazing.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Yes, congratulations, Sudha and Cheryl. That's a great gift basket, by the way. Love it.
Yep.
So we've come now to the end of our evening, at least for the online version. Tampa and San Diego are going to enjoy a little bit more of a disco dance party. So DM and I just really wanted to take some time to thank you all for joining us online and in person this evening. We're so excited about what's ahead for the Army of Spellers. We would like to thank our teams here in Tampa, Speller Center Tampa, and of course, Speller Center San Diego. We could not have done this without you, all of you. You're fabulous. Laura and Rick, of course, for believing in our mission and the countless hours that you put into this launch party. You all have no idea how much time it takes to do an hour production on Zoom. Laura is phenomenal. Rick, amazing. And then, of course, to Aaron, who created our website and just made it something that I feel families are going to absolutely love. And it is going to create and help create a revolution for spellers.
Regarding the Phoenix Film Festival, if you're in the Phoenix area or if you just want an excuse to get away, please join us March 30th to April 2nd at the Phoenix Film Festival. I think we're planning a massive caravan from San Diego, so please come with us. The doc's going to have 3 showings, as JB mentioned, and you don't want to miss the opportunity to see it first.
And of course, joining the movement page on our website, spellers.com. Don't forget, and it is up. So I know I saw a lot in the chat. They were like, is it up? Is it up? It is up. It was tested. Julia, thank you for making that happen. And join the movement page. Don't forget to join the movement, because we want to build the army of spellers that cannot be stopped. Our mission is to join forces, all of us together, so that we can ensure that all non-speakers and unreliable speakers everywhere have a voice.
Like us on social media and on YouTube. You're going to notice a few changes if you follow our social media pages already. Our center pages names are going to change to Spellers Center San Diego and Spellers Center Tampa. If you don't follow us, be sure to like our pages so you get the most up-to-date information on Spellers University courses, podcast episodes, and more. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is simply Spellers, as we will be posting not only our podcast with Elizabeth Bonker, but also videos from experts, including spellers themselves.
And finally, our newsletter. Sign up for our newsletter, which you can find spellers.com on our website. You can do this, as I said, right on our website. Say it again. This is another way to stay informed so that you won't miss out on anything.
Together, we are one
organization,
one mission, one method, one movement, one word, Spellers. Woo! Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.